Welcome to math class. This was your homework yesterday. Now on to the lesson. Meaning of percent. When you solve percent problems, look for three parts: the part, the whole, and the percent. The table at the right shows the results of a survey about favorite flavor of sugarless gum. Part: 10 students chose cinnamon as their favorite, so 10 is the part. Whole: 40 students were surveyed, so 40 is the whole. Percent: 25% of the students who were surveyed, or 10 out of 40, chose cinnamon as their favorite. So 25% is the percent. Identify each statement as the part, the whole, or the percent. Then write a sentence using all three parts. The table shows the results of a survey about which bugs people dislike most. 50 people were surveyed. That's the whole, 50. 60% disliked spiders the most. So 60% is the percent. 30 people dislike spiders. 30 is the part. 60% of 50 is 30. Suppose you find a sale at the mall. Everything was 20% off. 20% is the percent. The original price of a jacket was $30. That's the whole. $30 is the whole. You saved $6. That's the part. 20% of $30 is $6. You and your family are eating at a restaurant. The meal costs $34. $34 is the whole. You want to leave a tip of 15%. 15% is the percent. The tip is $5.10. That's the part, $5.10. 15% of $34 is $5.10. Your sister plays basketball. She usually makes 75% of her free throws. Percent, 75% is the percent. In the last game, she made 6 free throws. 6 is the part. She had 8 free throws. That's the whole. 8 free throws is the whole. 75% of 8 is 6. Get ready for the lesson. Monster trucks. The tires on a monster truck weigh approximately 3,600 pounds. The entire truck weighs about 11,000 pounds. Write the ratio of tire weight to total weight as a fraction. So we will put 3,600 pounds that the tires weigh over the total amount the truck weighs of 11,000 pounds. Use a calculator to write the fraction as decimal to the nearest hundredth. So you'll divide 3,600 by 11,000 and you'll get 0.33. What percent of the monster truck's weight is the tires? 33%. In a percent proportion, one ratio or fraction compares parts of a quantity to the whole quantity, also called the base. The other ratio is the equivalent percent written as a fraction with a denominator of 100. So if we say 4 out of 5 is 80%, we have 4 over 5 equals 80 over 100. 4 is the part, 5 is the whole, and 80 over 100 is the percent. When given two of these three pieces of information, part, whole, or percent, you can use the proportion to find the missing information. You can use a percent proportion to find a missing part, whole, or percent. So to find the percent, we'll have the red represents the part, the blue represents the whole, N represents the percent, and there's the part, the whole, and the percent. Find the part. So in this case, we were given the whole, we're given the percent, and we need to find the part. find the whole. We're given the part, we would fill that in there, and we're given the percent, so we'd fill that in there. Then what we would do is the checklist for solving. Identify what I need to find, percent, part, or whole. Fill in the proportion with the given information. So the empty boxes on the left are what we're given, and we would just fill in the numbers there. Find the cross products, so we would cross multiply, and we'd get something equals something n, and then we would solve by dividing out whatever is attached to the n. It might be a good idea for you to take a picture of this or to write these down so that when we're going through the examples or your homework tonight, that you can quickly look at this as a reference once you determine if you are given which two of the three parts you're given. Then you can solve for what you don't have. Example, find the percent. Number 1, what percent of $15 is $9? The number 15 comes after the word of, so the whole is 15. You are asked to find the percent, so the part is the remaining number 9. Words. What percent of $15 is $9? Variable. We're going to let n represent the percent. And proportion. We're going to have the part over the whole, and then equals the percent. In this case, the percent is n over 100 because we don't know what the percent is. So we'll write the proportion. 9 over 15 equals n over 100. We'll find the cross products, which is 9 times 100 and 15 times n. And we'll multiply it out. 900 equals 15n. And then we'll divide each side by 15 so we can get n by itself. So 900 over 15 equals 15n over 15. And if we divide it out, it is n equals 60. So $9 is 60% of $15. Check your progress. What percent of 25 is 20? So we'll write the proportion. 20 over 25 equals n over 100. Cross products. 20 times 100 equals 25 times n. And we multiply it. 2000 equals 25n. And then we'll divide each side by 25 so that we can get n all by itself. And if we do the math, n equals 80. So $20 is 80% of $25. B, $12.75 is what percent of $50? So write the proportion. $12.75 is the part, $50 is the whole, and we're trying to find the percent. So find the cross products. 12.75 times 100 equals 50 times n. And if we multiply it, we get 1,275 times 50n. And then we'll divide each side by 50 so that we get n all by itself. And if we do the math, we get 25.5 equals n. And $12.75 is 25.5% of $50. Example, find the part. So now instead of trying to find the percentage, we're going to find the part. And what number is 40% of 120? So they're giving us the percent in the whole. And if we, the percent is 40%, since the number 120 comes after the word of, the whole is 120, and you are asked to find the part. So in words, what number of 40%? What number is 40% of 120? The variable, we're going to let P represent the part. And the proportion is going to look like this. So the part P over the whole 120 equals the percent, which is 40 over 100. Write the proportion. P over 120 equals 40 over 100. Find the cross products. P times 100 equals 120 times 40. We'll multiply that out. We get 100p equals 4,800. We're going to divide each side by 100 so that we can get the p all by itself. And if we do the division, p equals 48. So 48 is 40% of 120. Check your progress. What number is 5% of 60? I'm going to write the proportion. So it's the part over 60 equals 5 over 100. The 5 over 100 is the 5%. Find the cross products. 100 times p equals 60 times 5. Multiply. 100p equals 300. Divide each side by 100 so that we can get the p by itself. And we get p equals 3. So 3 is 5% of 60. D, 12% of 85 is what number? Write the proportion. P over 85 equals 12 over 100. So they worded the question a little different, but we're still trying to find the part. Find the cross products. So we have 100 times P equals 85 times 12. We're going to multiply. 100p equals 1020. Divide each side by 100. That way we get the p all by itself. And if we do the math, p equals 10.2. So 12% of 85 is 10.2. Example, find the whole. 18 is 25% of what number? The percent is 25%. The words that number, what number comes after the word of. So you are asked to find the whole. Thus, 18 is the part. Thus. All right. Words. 18 is 25% of what number? Variable, we're going to let W represent the whole. And our proportion is the same. It's the part over the whole, which is 18 over W equals 25 over 100, which is the fraction for the percent, 25%. Write the proportion. 18 over W equals 25 over 100. Find the cross products. 18 times 100 equals W times 25. If we multiply that, we get 1800 equals 25W. And we'll divide each side by 25 so we can get the variable W all by itself. And we get W equals 72. So 18 is 25% of 72. Check your progress. 40% of what number is 26? So let's write the proportion. We know that 26 is the part. We'll put it over W for the whole. 40% written as a fraction is 40 over 100. Find the cross products. So we're going to get 100 times 26 equals W times 40. If we multiply that, we get 2600 equals 40W. And we'll divide each side by 40. So 2600 over 40 equals 40W over 40. And that if we do the division, we get W equals 65. So 26 is 40% of 65. F, 80 is 75% of what number? Write the proportion. 80 over the whole equals 75 over 100. Find the cross products. 100 times 80 equals W times 75. If we multiply that, 8,000 equals 75W. Now we have to divide each side by 75 so that we can get W all by itself. And if we do the division, we get W equals 106.7. So 80 is 75% of 106.7. Real world example. Animals, the average adult male western lowland gorilla eats about 33.5 pounds of fruit each day. How much food does the average adult male gorilla eat each day? So if we look at the table, Shows us that fruit is 67% of the total food that a gorilla eats each day. And so the problem mass, 33.5 pounds, is 67% of what number? So you will need to find the whole. So we'll set up the proportion of 33.5 over W equals 67 over 100. Find the cross products. 100 times 33.5 equals W times 67. If we multiply those out, we get 3350 equals 67W. Divide each side by 67 so that we can get the W by itself. And we get 50 equals W. So the average adult male gorilla eats 50 pounds of food each day. Check your progress. Zoo. If 200 of the 550 reptiles in a zoo are on display, what percent of the reptiles are on display? Round to the nearest whole number. So we're writing the proportion, and we are looking for what? The percent. We know the part, 200. We know the whole, 550. What we don't know is what the percent is. Find the cross products. 100 times 200 equals 550 times P. Multiply. 20,000 equals 550P. We're going to divide each side by 550 so that we can get P by itself. And we get 36 equals P. So 200 is 36% of 550. So just a review of the proportions depending on what we're looking for. So types of percent problems, type, example, and proportion. Find the percent. Example is what percent of 6 is 3. So we're looking for the percent there. So we'll have 3 over 6 equals P over 100. Find the part. What number is 50% of 6? So we know the whole of 6. And we know the percent is 50 over 100. So we're trying to find the part, or P. Find the whole. 3 is 50% of what number? 3 over W equals 50 over 100. This could be a good resource for you if you want to take a picture of it and use it as you do your homework tonight. Additional examples. What percent of 24 is 18? So if we write our proportion, we know the part, 18. We know the whole, 24. We need to find the percent. Find the cross products. 18 times 100 equals 24 times n. Multiply that out. We get 1800 equals 24n. And we divide each side by 24 so we can get n by itself. That's what we're solving for. So n equals 75. So 18 is 75% of 24. Number 2, what number is 30% of 150? So we are looking for the part. We get P over 150 equals 30 over 100. Find the cross products. 100 times P equals 150 times 30. Multiply. 100P equals 4,500. We will divide each side by 100 so that we get P all by itself. P equals 45. So 45 is 30% of 150. Number 3, 12 is 80% of what number? So we know the part and we know the percentage, but we don't know the whole. So we're going to get 12 over W equals 80 over 100. We're going to find the cross products. And we get 1200 equals 80W. And we're going to divide each side by 80. And we get W equals 15. So 12 is 80% of 15. Number 4, breakfast. Sally read the nutrition facts on a box of her favorite cereal. Each cup of the cereal provides 7% of the recommended daily value of potassium. If a cup of the cereal contains 260 milligrams of potassium, what is the recommended daily value of potassium? So let's break this down a little bit. What do we know? The first thing they tell us is the percent. So we know 7%, so we know that part of our proportion is going to be 7 over 100. The next part we know is the 7% is 260 milligrams. So that's going to be the part. So we are looking for the whole. So it's going to be 260 over W equals 7 over 100. We're going to find the cross products. 100 times 260 and W times 7. Multiply those out. We get 26,000 equals 7W. And now we'll divide both sides by 7 so that we can get W all by itself. And our answer is W equals 3,714. So 260 is 7% of 3,714. So the recommended daily value of potassium is 3,714 milligrams. Here's your homework for today. Please go to Google Classroom to submit it. I hope you have a great night, and I will see you in class. Thank you.